And what is it like for you being a millennial?
I didn't know it was like, it didn't feel like anything at first until you told me something was wrong with me. Nah, it feels like just being me. I don't know. Something's always been a little weird.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What does it feel like for you to be a millennial?
It feels weird because many of the older generations, they really don't like millennials. They always like criticize millennials, and growing up, I really never understood why, but I kind of get it now as I'm older. So.
Oh, okay. You've heard older people criticize millennials?
Yeah.
And what is it like being a millennial? What does that feel like?
Man, I feel like it's like we're in a generation where we're like less conditioned. We have like more freedom. You know what I mean? To kind of be ourselves and express ourselves.
Right.
What
kind of things do you hear about millennials from older men?
Man, I hear so many things. I hear like older men saying, "Man, we're messed up." Millennials are messed up.
Do you know you guys are messed up?
Man, I don't know.
Or is messed up normal?
No, I wouldn't say I'm messed up.
So you think messed up is normal?
Nah, I feel like I got a good head on my shoulders.
Oh, you do?
General. Yeah.
Do you know that millennials are messed up? Half of them are messed up.
I used to think
or messed up normal.
I used to think I had a good head on my shoulders.
Oh, you did?
Man, look at the accomplishments, the families, everything that the generations before me did. I'm like, what am I doing?
Oh yeah? How about you? Did you know that half of you were messed up before you discovered that half of you were messed up?
Yeah, I kind of suspected it just, especially when I was in college. I just saw like, just the wrath of just
people acting
messed
wild.
up. Yeah, everybody was wild.
Did you think something wrong with that at the time?
Yeah, I felt that it was a problem that could easily been fixed, but I mean, it was a way, way deeper problem.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Were you raised by your father?
No. Well, I was raised by my stepfather.
But not your real father?
Right.
Okay. Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not a Christian, no.
Oh,
no.
You're atheist?
No, my father was, so he was raised as a Christian, and then he was a Muslim for 5 years because he was part of like the Nations of Islam.
Oh,
mom was Jewish. Yeah.
Wow, what a mess.
Yeah. But mom though she doesn't like practice religion or anything. She never did. Yeah.
Because she's a Muslim?
No, she was Jewish.
I mean,
she's Jewish. Yeah, but she never practiced religion or anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so what are you?
Me, man. I feel like I'm part of no religion, but I believe in God. That's for sure. I believe in the Creator.
And so were you raised by your father and mother together?
Yeah, well, my mother, I was raised like primarily by my mother, but I mean, my father though, he kind of like taught me certain things about, God, spirituality, you know what I mean, and
But did he live with you while you were growing up?
Nah, the way it worked is basically like, my parents got divorced, when I was pretty young, so then because my mom is French Jewish, so like we moved to France, moved to Paris when I was like 8 years old. So like I lived there with her, and then he was living in America at that time. So like I was raised by her, primarily.
Over there.
Yeah, exactly. And then I came back with her.
So is your mother a white Jew or black Jew?
No, she's white. Yeah.
Oh, you got a white mama?
Yeah, that's right. European.
Who's a Jew?
Yeah.
How did she end up with a Muslim?
Man, I have no idea. They met, fell in love.
Really?
That's right. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
So is your father like a Louis Farrakhan Muslim or
the
Allah Abba Muslim?
No, we're like Minister Farrakhan. It was like back in the day. It was only for like 5 years though.
Oh, I see.
And now he's a Freemason. Yeah. So he was Christian, Muslim, and then a Freemason.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And were you raised by your father and mother?
Just my mother. I never had no daddy.
You never had no daddy?
No.
What's that like?
Oh man, for a while it was a struggle. For a while there, it was like a journey. First, I didn't even know what I was missing, so I was like crippled for a while. I was like, right. What's going on? What is it that I'm missing? It was just right in front of me. I was missing a father, and then that was a journey for a while. But now, at these days, it's like I can finally see kind of like in the distance how to overcome.
And do you know? So you know who your father is?
No.
You don't even know who he is?
No, his name, nothing. I know his name and that he was Cuban.
That's
so
all you know about
Cuban.
him?
That's all I know. And he drove a motorcycle, and he was short.
What's it like not having a father
Like
now,
yeah.
you're an older millennial?
You know, sometimes I wonder if it'll continue to be a lifelong journey. And you know, I've even tried, like, I've put out feelers out there, Facebook and stuff, trying to find them.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, sometimes I like see other men and the way they are, and just talking to them, it's always that they had a good father in the home.
Yeah.
It's always so clear when
Man,
a
that's
man-
messed up.
Yeah.
So you would like to meet him?
Oh, that'd be great.
Would you like to? You know who your father is?
My biological father, yes,
Oh,
I do. But you know, the relationship I have with him is kind of bittersweet. You know, he's an activist.
your real father?
Yes.
What kind of activist?
You know, the pro-Blackity Blacks, one of those type of activists. He used to be part of the Nation of Islam.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Just
then
like mine, yeah.
he worked with Jim Brown back in like the 80s and the 90s with
Wow.
American, and you know, I guess his greatest accomplishment to him is making a peace treaty between the Bloods and the Crips in
Really?
Watts,
Yeah,
and
that's
you know, he basically just goes around just trying to save the hood and all that stuff.
Instead of saving his own son.
Right. Yeah. You know, it was kind of funny because when I was raised out here, he knew where I lived. It was, we used to always hang out with each other when I was little. And until I was about 5 years old, that's when my mother got married. And all of a sudden he just disappeared. So from about first grade all the way until 8th grade, I didn't see him. No call, no cards, no nothing. And I found him on Facebook, or MySpace at that time, and we reconnected. And you know, the relationship after that, it was just kind of with me, because I thought, in my head, I imagined my father being this, you know, man that I could, you know, follow, and I couldn't wait, but
Yeah.
you know, he turned out to be weak.
Oh, yeah. And so you found him on Facebook and sent him a note, say, hey, I think you might be my daddy.
Well, my mom's helped me.
Oh, yeah?
Hmm.
Wow. And so are you close to your father?
Yeah.
And,
Definitely.
and are you close to your mother, too?
Yeah, both.
And what is it like to be close to your mother?
Man, it's, you know, it's deep, you know. I mean, like, she's my mother, you know, I love her, so, you know, it's definitely,
Does she get on your nerve?
sometimes, you know, like
And-
all mothers.
In what way?
Man, I feel like, well, I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're a mother, you know, is trying to tell you what to do all the time, and, you know what I mean, and it's like, you know, you feel like you've grown, like you know it all.
How old are you?
22,
You are grown.
yeah. Young man, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I'm not like 35 or anything.
But
know what I
you
mean?
grown.
Yeah.
And
sure.
you grown enough to think and do for yourself now.
Yeah, true.
Right.
But
Are you doing that?
Yeah, but I mean, she's my mother, so, you know, I can't, you know, just like tell her, you know, I can't, you know, talk back to her like that. You
Why
know?
not?
Well, you know, I got respect for my mother, you know?
So you think talking back, speaking up for yourself is disrespectful?
Nah, I definitely feel like you got to stand up for yourself, that's for sure.
Do you
know?
tell her how the cow ate the cabbage?
Say again?
Do you tell her how the cow ate the cabbage?
What you mean? What does that mean?
I'll come back to you.
Yeah,
Do you tell your mother how the cow ate the cabbage?
I do.
Oh, see that? Do you?
Yeah.
So tell him how the cow ate, what that mean.
Clean
Wait, what
about it.
do you mean?
It's clear.
That's crazy.
If she's the
So-
cow and you're telling her how to eat the cabbage, then what are you telling her?
Meaning that you're honest with her, you know, if she's wrong, you tell her she's wrong. And
Yeah, I do that, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I tell her when she's wrong, you know, when she's right, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, always, yeah.
do you feel like that's disrespectful?
Nah,
And how about your father? Do you tell him how the cow ate the cabbage?
yeah, sometimes.
Are you afraid to?
Nah, but I mean, you know, I do it with respect, though. You know, I feel. I mean, you know, he's my father, obviously. So you know, try to be respectful. But yeah, sometimes I feel like he's got an ego.
Yeah.
You know, so I tell him, hey, pops, you know, you're wrong right now. Like, you know.
Amazing. Do you tell your father how the cow ate the cabbage?
Yeah, I do.
How does he take it?
Not that well. He kind of gets in his feelings a lot.
Calm down a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He doesn't like hearing the truth about himself.
Oh no, absolutely not.